So now we'll do with the other cash crops, beverage crop. Okay, so tea and coffee, these are the two important beverage crop which are widely consumed in the world. So let's take tea first. Okay, so tea is a shade-loving plant. So therefore, it grows in the cool climate with temperature ranging in between 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. So this is the ideal temperature for the growth of tea. Then it grows in plantation at higher altitude, that is around 2100 meters above mean sea level. Now what is the meaning of plantation? So it's a type of farming in which a single crop is grown in a vast area. So like we call it as a tea garden, isn't it? Where only tea is grown over a vast area. Rather we call it as a monoculture also. It's a cultivation of single crop. So therefore it's grown in plantation at a high altitude, that's around 2100 meters above mean sea level. And next it requires higher rainfall, that's around 150 centimeters to 250 centimeters, and the soil is deep, light and well drained loamy soil. So see again, this loamy soil is very important for the growth of the crops. So then let's see the leading producers. The leading producers are, you can check it in the textbook on page 55. So the leading producers are India, China, Sri Lanka, Japan and Indonesia. And in India, Assam, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala are the major producer of tea. And let me tell you, there are 4 varieties of tea usually grown in our country. Those are black tea, green tea, oolong tea and the brick tea. So just remember these 4 types, okay? So when you come up to the higher classes in class 10, 9 and 10, you study in detail. So now let's move on to the second important beverage crop, okay? That is coffee. And coffee also we have 3 varieties. They are coffee Arabica, coffee Liberica and coffee Robusta. Okay, so now let's see the geographical requirements. It requires moderate temperature, that's around 20 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius. Then soil, it's a loamy soil. Then it grows on the hill slopes. Same as tea and coffee, this both crops, they are grown on the hill slopes because stagnant water is harmful for the plant. They cannot grow, otherwise they will destroy, the stagnant water will destroy the entire plant. So therefore it's usually grown on the hill slopes. Then in the world, Brazil is a leading producer. Okay, and in India, it is grown in the states of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So these are the 3 major coffee producing states in India. Now let's see the last cash crop, that is rubber. Okay, its demand is more in the modern world because of its uses. And the natural rubber, okay, it is made from the latex, or we call it as a milky fluid which flows from the rubber tree. So that particular fluid, okay, it's taken to the factory and then it's used for many other purposes. So now let's see the geographical requirements. So it requires heavy rainfall, that's around 250 centimeters. Then the temperature ranging between 25 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius. And the soil is laterite, okay, it's a type of soil, like rather it's inferior, but like with the proper use of manure and all, it can become fertile. So laterite soil is needed, or it's required for the growth of rubber. Then it requires high atmospheric humidity, that's of around how many percent? 80%. So what do you mean by humidity? It's the amount of water vapor present in the air. Then the leading producers are Thailand, Malaysia and India. And in India, the largest producer, okay, is Kerala. So Kerala is the largest producer of rubber in India. So these are the major cash crop grown in the world.